I want to address this thing that I saw in 2025 leading into 2026, and I've noticed it on social media platforms like Instagram specifically or TikTok, and that is trends. People are so quick to like chase these viral topics or trends. And the biggest thing I've noticed, I'll throw up a video here, is of these people taking light or making light of situations with like dark humor or like just a good witty sense of humor and applying it in content form and just being super witty with it. And it's hilarious, depending on what your views are on things. Now, I will say when there's this topic of brands or businesses saying, "Yeah, we need to keep up with viral trends. We need to keep up with viral topics or viral content." It's good for engagement and all this stuff. I agree, but like, at what point are you associating yourself with news or events and then associating your brand with it? Like, is that something you want to be kind of known for in today's day and age on social media specifically? The way the platforms have changed so much is you can see what people have shared, you can see what people follow, you can see what people like, you can see what people comment. There's all these other things going on with your platform, or there's all these other things going on these platforms that people can now see, which also places a lot of judgment on character or business, brand, whatever. So it's something to keep in mind. I don't know where we're heading with all this, but I've just noticed the overall trend of how lenient people are getting online with their overall consensus or not, or like bias or opinions on things, and they're being a lot more verbal by showing that through viral trends on social media and viral videos that are popping up that you can see they like and all this stuff. So it's just something to keep in mind. And as a creator or somebody who creates content or advises people on content and stuff like that, I can only say I wouldn't even get into this stuff. Unless you have like zero, like you don't care at all. Like if you don't want any accountability or want to deal with any backlash, go for it. But it's just something to think about. And I think as we move into 2026, you're going to start seeing a lot more people get a little more out there. I think things are going to get even crazier with what people are saying online. It's getting to the point where people are so comfortable that we have like way too much being shown. Like it's unreal. But I also think that there's going to be a pullback, and there's going to be a lot of people that are moving back into this space of like being very original and not chasing all these views and chasing all these comments and chasing all this growing and all this stuff. Because I think as a audience online as a whole, everybody, the audiences are being exhausted by people selling stuff. They're being exhausted by people creating crap just to sell to them and just creating the new thing and turning and burning. And that's what it is. It's turning and burning these products and these digital things that everybody makes. It turns into this conglomerate of crap. And it's just like, at what point, like, what kind of information are we really putting out here? Like, it's not even benefiting society or helping society or do anything at all. We're not moving in a good direction. It's very scammy, and I think people are kind of coming to light with it. I think everybody's like really catching on. And if you are somebody who's selling products online and you're not selling like service, or you're not branding and creating awareness in a way that, and like actually helping real people and real things, then I think you're in for a rude awakening. There's no longevity in any of it, And as a creator or somebody who's been making video for brands and people and even doing stuff myself for over the years and watching this all unfold and being on social media, I can just see the conglomerate of crap going on and how it's just gotten so out of hand. Now, on the other hand, there is so many other people that are creating really great stuff, and I see them all over. I follow some of them, and some brands and businesses have great stuff, and I just really like come from a background of like cinema or really appreciating a video that has quality, and I appreciate more of the art, fine things in video and the arts in the video and like the overall creative mind and process. And I enjoy that, So my whole point in this video is just like, I guess, create some awareness and just some reflection on what I've seen this year and what I expect next year, but also for people to just kind of think about video in general online and the different spaces there are online in these algorithms and like where people what people are getting shown. Like I said, there's like meme content, there's trend content. Like I noticed that if I watch that for a certain amount of time, that's what pops up more for me, or if I'm like looking into something, I'll start seeing more of it. It's like it's the same thing. So when you're getting placed into these algorithms based upon the content that you're making, like everything changes so drastically all the time that you really have to, like, I feel like today you have to hone in on what you're doing and be okay with that and make that content based upon what you're, like what you're selling or what you're doing or what you're branding. And that's just how it has to be. You can't do all these things within the content, so something to just a little food for thought, something to kind of like maybe reflect on, or something to kind of go into 2026. If you're a creator or if you're a brand or if you're somebody who makes videos, whatever, content marketing. So I hope this video suits you well. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you follow along, subscribe for more. And yeah, that's just my thoughts. So I hope you guys have a good year in 2026. I'm going to be trying a bunch of different things this year. I'm definitely going to try to hone in on my craft more and help real people produce real results and reflect on real things, because I'm really sick of the internet and where it is. It's so fake. A lot of it's just so fake. And a lot of people just, the perception of the reality is just so twisted. And I want to actually help people create content that's not just like what I have described. I'll keep on rambling because that's the Midwest way. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.